will never date American women ever again. I've traveled to South America. I've been to Colombia. Now I'm in Brazil. I've noticed that the women here are a lot more traditional than United States. Let me tell you, I've lived in Miami for over 2 years, and it's very flashy there. A lot of the women believe in this independent, I don't need no man mentality. And I know a lot of other places in the United States have that same reputation where women want to behave like men and men want to behave like women. There's just this dissonance that gets created whenever genders become polarized. If you travel to countries like Brazil and Colombia, women over here are gonna behave like real women.
Alright, so can we debunk this myth that is not just a black issue, this is a Western culture issue? Alright? And this isn't the first white guy to say something about it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. New to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, I got a couple videos, well, clips of guys that have a better understanding of the passport bro movement, and they're not just talking down on it just because they're naive to it or unfamiliar with it. Alright, we're going to move on to the next clip. Check this out. And this is actually coming from an Italian guy. So this is an Italian guy who is been staying in the States. So even he has a better perspective and understanding of why men in the West are leaving.
Let's talk about passport bros. Let's talk about the, let's say, female culture in my country, Italy. So in Italy, the woman normally is the nucleus of the family. She's like the mafia boss. Let me explain better. Although the man, in many cases, is the facade of the family, the woman is the one that takes all the decisions of whatever is happening to the family. If she does disagree on something, the whole family has a problem. So if the man wants to change something about the family, the man has to convince the woman. And in many cases, this relationship between the man and the woman of the family is still based on respect and mutual consent on many things. So the woman knows that she's the boss, but she doesn't need to go out there and tell people that she's the girl boss of the whole world and everything. It's like the description of a true alpha. The true alpha, you know, is an alpha, but doesn't go around saying that he or she is the alpha. This is why the mafia was built in Italy, in Russia, and many places with a similar culture. So again, we know that the woman in Italy is the boss of the family, and we know that the relationship is based on respect. Dear American boys, if you're truly serious about having a relationship, take a passport and come to it. As an Italian living in America, I understand, like I really understand. Come to Europe or go to South America, where the culture is also very similar to what I just described. When I see articles saying that the American woman, 60% of them will be single and childless in their 30s and 40s in this generation, it does not surprise me. Love here is very transactional. You give me this, I give you this. The concept of building something together here doesn't really exist. It's very individualistic. So if you want to find a life partner, I don't think it's very easy to find it in America. Of course, you don't generalize, but I believe that is a majority of people here. So, passport bros, I understand. See you in Italy. Let's talk about...
Now, I know there are some people that are going to watch this that are kind of going to disagree with the whole boss mafia, woman being the boss of the family thing that he was trying to describe. And I get it. He kind of lost me there. But he was correct about things being more transactional in the West. He is 100% right about that. And with him recognizing that, he sees and understands why this passport bro movement is a thing. Because although you're probably going to disagree with the whole mafia, the woman being the boss in Italy or whatever the case may be, based upon what he said, those relationships and those families are not transactional. They're not individualistic like here in the West. You know what I mean? And that's one of the issues that we have. That's why I made that video about these high earning women still wanting a man to protect and provide for them. My whole thing is like, why even go through the trouble of hustle and bustle to make all that money only to turn around and expect to find a man that makes just as much, if not more, when you didn't even need to accomplish that to even get in those male spaces in the first place, because those men are not looking for six-figure earners. You know what I mean? This is one of the lies that have been told to women in the West, and they believed it and ran with it. And even he says 60% of these women are going to be single and childless in their 30s and 40s. You know, I'm like, I was hearing 50%. You got a guy here from Italy who was saying 60%. Like, well, I'm like, because with this passport bro movement growing, I can definitely see it growing to 60% by 2030. I'm like, I've been saying that for what seems like weeks or even months now. Now I want to move on to this next clip. Another guy that's a little bit more understanding. He got a story to tell, and this pretty much confirms one of the main reasons why guys are leaving. You won't believe.
It's no denying now that the passport bro movement has become just that, a movement and a phenomenon, and it's gone worldwide. There's many reasons for that. Many men feel like women have become completely non-traditional, that they're too masculine, that they don't want to cook, clean, take care of their man, that they are not interested in having a core family and not interested in making that a priority. So they've decided, hey, I can go and get that from more traditional women in other countries. And I can respect that. I'm not here to fight about why they do that. I think people have a right to be happy and choose their path in life. But let's really look at this for a second. I had a live, and a woman told a man who makes $60,000, nice guy, not the most handsome man in the world, but by no means hideous, told this man that $60,000 was not even enough to take care of himself, when the average man in this country makes between $42,000 and $50,000 a year. He seemed very despondent by that, and that's one of the reasons, he said, why he's becoming a passport bro and why he's going overseas. He feels like overseas women are going to treat him with more respect, more honor, and build a core family with him. Now, if women are really saying that 60K is not enough, if they don't want to go 50-50, they don't want to combine their money in a household, I think, and this is my opinion, that if you're a man with a mobile job, an online business, or you can work from home, and you're making between $42,000 and $60,000 a year, I think you should become a passport bro. You can get all the things that you want from overseas. I've traveled the entire world. I've been to all of the places the passport bros are going. And yes, the women are raised in core families. Family is critical to them. They cook, they clean, they're respectful, they like to have fun, they smile a lot. Their man is their whole world as well as their family. They're going to be kind and gentle and respectful. I think you should go. That's just my assessment as a man who's traveled the world. I'm not a passport bro, but I think you should go. I don't think necessarily bringing a woman to this country makes sense, because they might take on some of the ways of the women that you guys say you're trying to leave and get away from. So if you can travel, if you can move, do your research first. Go and check out some of the places and then make a decision. I think it's really that simple. Passport bros seem to be winning right now.
Thank you, my G. And finally, a man with some sense. A man that actually took the time to do his homework. Unlike those clowns from Playback who pretty much base their whole opinion based off of what they probably seen from 98 Fiancé, just like the rest of these naive women. And he put it very simple. That's a shame, bro. 60,000. 60,000 a year remotely. You can do very, very well in these other countries. So once again, I think this movement is gonna cancel out a lot of women in the dating market in the West, because any guy that's a median average earner in the West, if he can work remotely, he can find he can find women with traditional values in these other countries with no issue. And all the things that these women frown upon in the West, he can find that overseas, even making that kind of money. Because you're the top 1% in the world once you leave this country, if you're in that range. That's just what it is. Like, I'm in Barranquilla right now, man. I'm like, how cheap food is down here, like, amazes me. Like, I just had, like, yesterday for lunch, I had 2 empanadas and an arepa. Bro, don't you know all of that only came up to $1 and some change? $1 and some change, and that was my dinner, and I was good. I was good, nice and full. Like, like you go into these other countries, you actually think you eating more, but because of the food and being healthier, I'm like, dude, I've been able to see my abs since I came down here. You know what I mean? And I'm not even working out. So it just goes to show you, man, like, there's more to it than just the women, but this this movement, I think some women do see how the financial aspect works in a man's favor when he leaves, and I think that's one of the reasons why women are upset, because that's one argument that they can't combat with their feelings, because at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense for a man to stay here and deal with all the BS that comes from combining incomes with a woman, when I can just go overseas and pay for everything and get more bang for my buck. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, alright? New to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. Helps me reach a broader audience. Oh, also look out for the travel vlog, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description, you fellas, alright? To the next video, you guys. Deuces.